What if I told you that Adam Sandler, yes, the Sandman, might secretly be the most versatile personality actor of our time?
No. You got more.
Specifically, I'm talking MBTI, Myers-Briggs Type Indicator. Across his chaotic filmography, Sandler has embodied everything from the introverted overthinker to the extroverted wild card, the sensitive feeler to the cold calculating thinker. In this video, I'm diving headfirst into the theory that Adam Sandler has, intentionally or not, portrayed every MBTI type across his very polarizing career. To do this project, I've rewatched many an Adam Sandler film. Well, skimmed many of them, anyway. I mean, can you blame me?
I spent the day at Felipe's picnic where I finally felt welcomed by everybody. I tried this new food for the very first time.
I'm guessing Mexican?
Yes, Mexican, Mr. Food Detective.
But in all honesty, I feel his filmography is a little overhated.
Yeesh, stop yelling like a little kid already.
Shut up!
There are a few that are very outdated and cringy by today's standards, but you gotta love the guy. He's a real salt-of-the-earth type of comedian. And to be fair, on a surface level, one might think he plays the same Brooklyn slacker over and over again in all of his films. But upon closer inspection, he's got quite the diverse portfolio. So let's go one by one through all 16 types, and I'll tell you the Adam Sandler role I believe best suits each archetype. Whoa, now hold on there, friend. That's all fine and dandy and all, but I reckon we ought to slap a little warning up front. I ain't in no shape nor form, no psychologist, and this mess out slinging sure as hell ain't gospel. Them crooks out of this old tote, well, they're just my own opinions. That's all. Shoot, I'd love to hear what you think too, if you'd share them with me. So, please do enjoy the video. ISTJ. Dracula from Hotel Transylvania. This one is sort of a no-brainer. It's well accepted online that Dracula embodies the ISTJ personality type. Through his steadfast commitment to order and tradition, his dominant function being introverted sensing, evident in his obsession with the past, particularly the tragic loss of his wife. He lingers on and references the mistakes of history, like the human attack on his family, which shapes his belief that humans are inherently dangerous and untrustworthy. This deep connection to the past informs his decision-making and why he clings to the routines at his hotel, ensuring it runs with precision and without deviation. As an extroverted thinker, Dracula demonstrates a strong preference for control and organization. He wants everything to be predictable and within his control, evident in how he micromanages his hotel and dismisses anything that disrupts his plan, such as Johnny's unconventional behavior. His struggle with change, such as when he resists the idea of his daughter Mavis leaving the hotel or dating a human, further highlights his SI-driven reluctance to adapt. Dracula's commitment to tradition and adherence to proven methods, even when faced with change, is quintessential ISTJ behavior.
Okay, Jonathan. No more banging my daughter. My turn.
ESFJ. For ESFJ, look no further than Adam Sandler's character, Hubie Dubois, from Hubie Halloween. Ugh. I've tied my boy as an ESFJ due to his strong sense of duty, empathy, and desire to help others. As the community safety monitor, he is highly concerned about the well-being of those around him. His extroverted feeling, Effie, is evident in his constant concern for how others feel and his attempts to connect with them, despite their initial rejection. Hubie's attention to tradition and his focus on harmony align with his introverted sensing, as he relies on past experiences and routines to navigate his world. His genuine care for others and his desire to be accepted by his community are key traits of an ESFJ. Easy, boom! Moving on. Save your disputes for the end of the video, Hubie Halloween purists. ESFP. Billy Madison from Billy Madison is a classic ESFP, full of energy, charm, and a strong focus on the present moment. His extroverted sensing is evident in his spontaneous, playful behavior. Billy's dominant SE allows him to be highly attuned to his environment, responding quickly to external stimuli without overthinking. His auxiliary function, extroverted feeling, is seen in his attempts to connect with others, particularly with the people around him, like when he befriends his classmates and motivates them to succeed. Billy's actions often come from a place of trying to please others and maintain social harmony, even if his methods are a bit unconventional. Ultimately, his very much fun-loving, people-oriented nature and tendency to live in the moment make him a quintessential ESFP.
I'll turn this damn bus around. That'll end your precious little field trip pretty damn quick, huh? Shit.
ISFP, Barry Egan. Barry Egan from the highly underrated Punch Drunk Love is a textbook ISFP, reflecting the emotionally driven individual. His dominant function, introverted feeling, is evident in his deep inner world and complex emotions, which he struggles to express outwardly. Throughout the film, Barry reacts impulsively to situations, particularly when he's confronted with conflict or when his feelings are hurt, like when he angrily confronts his sister or later when he defends himself from the scam artist. The film's focus on his quiet, introspective nature paired with his sudden burst of action driven by emotional needs further emphasize his FI. Barry's introverted nature coupled with his occasional burst of extroverted SE energy, such as when he takes bold actions to protect Alina or when he explodes in response to his frustrations, showcases the ISFP's ability to act on impulse while remaining deeply connected to their feelings. INFP. Nikki. Nikki from Little Nicky is a classic INFP, driven by a strong sense of internal values and a deep desire to do what's right, despite being raised in friggin' hell. His dominant function, introverted feeling, is evident in his constant struggle to reconcile his good heart with his family's expectations. Nicky often acts impulsively based on his personal beliefs, as seen when he decides to save his father despite the chaos it causes. His secondary function, extroverted intuition, is visible in his ability to imagine alternate possibilities, such as, when he creates solutions to problems like turning the hellhounds into harmless dogs. Nicky's journey reflects an INFP's quest for authenticity, personal meaning, and ultimately, self-acceptance. As he learns to embrace who he is and choose his own path rather than conforming to his father's friggin' evil legacy. ENTP. Henry Roth from 50 First Dates is an ENTP, charismatic and inventive. As an ENTP, he's driven by dominant extroverted intuition, constantly seeking new ideas and possibilities. Early in the movie, Henry is shown as a charming and witty womanizer, always coming up with creative ways to avoid commitment and engage with the world. Heck yeah, dude. When he meets Lucy, his enthusiasm for figuring out solutions to her memory condition reveals his strong problem-solving skills, something very typical of an ENTP's love for challenges. His quick thinking is evident in scenes like when he devises the strategy to make Lucy fall in love with him every day, using his inventive nature to create a new scenario each time. Henry's auxiliary function, introverted thinking, drives him to analyze and deconstruct situations logically, especially when trying to understand Lucy's condition and finding practical solutions. Even when things get emotional, he balances this with his intellectual side, often approaching the situation with humor and an open mind. His witty banter and ability to see multiple possibilities make him a clear ENTP, thriving on novelty, challenge, and intellectual stimulation. ESTP. Howard Ratner. My boy Howard Ratner from Uncut Gems is a textbook ESTP. An impulsive, thrill-seeking personality driven by extroverted sensing and introverted thinking. Howard thrives in the fast-paced, high-stakes world of diamond dealing, constantly seeking sensory stimulation and immediate gratification, like when he bets Kevin Garnett's championship ring instead of holding onto it as collateral. His SE dominates his decision-making. He lives in the moment, chasing risk without considering long-term consequences. His TI emerges in his ability to analyze situations and people to manipulate outcomes, as seen in the way he juggles debts, deceives his Arno, and sets up the final parlay bet. While Howard lacks emotional awareness and future planning, his charisma, adaptability, and love for the gamble make him a chaotic but compelling ESTP. ENFJ. If you asked me, Robbie Hart from The Wedding Singer is my pick for ENFJ. Characterized by his charisma, emotional intelligence, and deep sense of responsibility towards others. As an extrovert, Robbie thrives on connecting with people, particularly through his role as a wedding singer, where he deeply invests in the happiness of couples. His dominant function, extroverted feeling, shines through in how he intuitively understands and cares for others' emotions, such as when he comforts Julia during her struggles and goes out of his way to make her wedding day a special day. His idealism and drive to create meaningful, happy relationships are classic traits of the ENFJ, as seen in his journey to realize that true love is about more than just surface-level connections. Robbie's growth throughout the movie, particularly when he decides to confront his own feelings for Julia and not settle for anything less than his ideal partner, also reflects the ENFJ's auxiliary function of introverted intuition, where he gains a deeper understanding of himself and his desires beyond what's immediately in front of him. ISTP. Happy Gilmore from Happy Gilmore, Happy Gilmore is an ISTP with his dominant introverted thinking, shaping his problem-solving approach and his reliance on logic to navigate challenges. He prefers to work independently, using his skills in unconventional ways. As an ISTP, Happy thrives in the moment, reacting quickly to situations without overthinking, such as when he confronts his boss or faces off against Shooter McGavin. His detached, action-oriented nature is evident in his lack of emotional expression and preference for hands-on experiences rather than discussing feelings. The film showcases his ability to adapt to new challenges with practical solutions, typical of an ISTP's ability to remain calm and resourceful under pressure. INTP. Jacob Prahutska. In Spaceman 2024, Adam Sandler's portrayal of Jacob Prahutska exemplifies the INTP personality type through his introspective and analytical nature. Jacob, a solitary Czech astronaut, embarks on a mission to explore a mysterious cloud near Jupiter, during which he confronts profound loneliness and emotional repression. His encounter with Hanush, a telepathic alien spider, serves as a catalyst for self-exploration. Hanush challenges Jacob to examine his past, including his strained marriage and his trauma from his father's death, prompting Jacob to reflect on his emotional detachment and the consequences of his actions. This introspective journey aligns with the INTP's dominant function of introverted thinking, as Jacob seeks internal understanding and logical coherence in his experiences. His auxiliary function, extroverted intuition, is evident as he entertains abstract concepts and possibilities, particularly during his metaphysical experiences within the Chopra cloud. Ultimately, Jacob's transformation from emotional isolation to a desire for connection highlights the INTP's potential for growth through self-awareness and the integration of emotional insight. ENTJ. Michael Newman. Michael Newman from Click is an ENTJ, driven by his dominant extroverted thinking, TE, which shapes his goal-oriented, efficient, and often ruthless approach to life. Throughout the film, Michael is highly focused on climbing the corporate ladder, often prioritizing work over his own personal life, demonstrating his TE-driven need for achievement and control. This is most evident when he ignores his family's needs to focus on his own job, believing that success and status will bring him happiness. Michael's secondary function, introverted intuition, is apparent in his strategic thinking, particularly when he's using the magical remote to fast forward through life, trying to maximize efficiency and get to the best moments. His frustration with inefficiency is also seen when he uses the remote to skip over uncomfortable or mundane experiences, reflecting his ENTJ desire for streamlined success. Over time, Michael's journey highlights the ENTJ's tendency to focus on external goals at the expense of personal connections, and his eventual realization about the importance of balance and relationships is a key element of his character's arc. ENFP. Skeeter Bronson from Bedtime Stories. Skeeter Bronson is an ENFP, exemplifying the personality type's dominant extroverted intuition an auxiliary introverted feeling. Skeeter is imaginative, always coming up with wild, creative ideas to tell stories to his niece and nephew. His excitement and energy for life are apparent in scenes where he enthusiastically engages with the children, using his bedtime stories to instill hope and adventure. Skeeter is deeply driven by his own personal values and his desire to make a positive difference, particularly in how he strives to improve his relationship with his sister and the future of the hotel. His idealism and focus on individual freedom, combined with his enthusiasm and innovative thinking, are strong indicators of an ENFP. His journey in the film centers around embracing his creative potential and finding joy in following his authentic path, even when it leads to unexpected and unpredictable outcomes. I really hate that stupid hamster. Kill it. I want to see it. That's like the Ice Age baby for me. I hate it. This is just bad. Doesn't even look real. It's just like not a lot of. It's not good. INTJ. I'm sorry, INTJs. I don't have a character from a good movie for you either. Tommy Whiteknife Stockburn from The Ridiculous Six exhibits characteristics best aligning with the INTJ personality type, primarily through his dominant introverted intuition and auxiliary extroverted thinking. Tommy demonstrates a strong inner vision and strategic foresight. His ability to piece together information about his family and their past showcases his intuitive grasp of complex situations. Throughout his quest, Tommy exhibits a pragmatic approach to problem solving. He efficiently organizes his efforts to confront challenges, like when he leads his half-brothers in devising plans to outsmart adversaries and secure the ransom money. His decisive actions and focus on achieving tangible results reflect a TE-driven mindset. While Tommy's actions are often influenced by personal motivations, his strategic planning and goal-oriented behavior align more closely with the INTJ archetype than any other personality types. Also, in this movie, Vanilla Ice plays Mark Twain.
Mr. Mark Twain. Word up. Gentlemen, do come in. Yo, Zeke, big boy. I was just going off to the general here about my new book.
It's a sequel to Tom Sawyer.
Oh, it's about Sawyer, Home Slice, Huckleberry Finn. White boy goes rafting with a brother. People gonna lose that.
Yummy.
Drop me a beat. Okay. All right. Here we go now.
It's good. It's a good thing that it happened. INFJ, not my type, but certainly my favorite type. I love you, INFJs. Leo from Leo 2023 exemplifies the INFJ personality type through his introspective nature, deep empathy, and desire to guide others towards personal growth. As a 74-year-old class pet, Leo has spent decades observing the lives of the students in his classroom, leading to a profound understanding of human emotions and behaviors. His dominant introverted intuition function allows him to perceive underlying patterns in people's lives, while his auxiliary extroverted feeling function drives his commitment to helping others navigate their personal challenges. For instance, when Summer, a talkative student, takes Leo home, he advises her to ask more questions to improve her social interactions, showcasing his ability to offer insightful guidance. Throughout the film, Leo's interactions with the students reflect his deep-seated desire to foster understanding and personal growth, all hallmarks of the INFJ personality. Mwah, my love.
Now watch me whip. Now watch me nay-nay. Okay, now watch me whip.
Sorry, ISFJs, I couldn't find a more interesting character. This is probably the lamest on the list, but here we go. ISFJ, Eleanor Duval from 8 Crazy Nights. She exemplifies the ISFJ personality type through her nurturing demeanor, adherence to routines, and strong sense of duty. She is deeply committed to her brother Whitey, supporting him and caring for Davy, which highlights her compassionate and responsible nature. Eleanor's reaction to Davy's tragic past, expressing heartfelt sympathy and encouraging emotional openness, demonstrates her empathetic and supportive qualities. Her insistence on maintaining order, such as taking inventory when Davy moves in, reflects her preference for structure and tradition. Additionally, her protective instincts are evident when she confronts perceived threats, showcasing her commitment to safeguarding her loved ones and herself. These behaviors align with the ISFJ's dominant function of introverted sensing, which values past experiences and stability, and their auxiliary function of extroverted feeling, which focuses on harmony and the well-being of others.
Look, he already stole something. He's hiding it in his jacket.
I didn't steal this. It's a card my parents gave me.
So why don't you go stay with them?
They died.
My bad.
And we come to our final personality type, the ESTJ, the commanding by-the-books executive who thrives on structure, tradition, and efficiency. But as it turns out, maybe the man doesn't do structure. I've watched so many stupid Adam Sandler movies for this. I watched Jack and Jill! And not in a single one of these does he play anything reasonably close to an ESTJ. It's such a hyper-specific personality, I can't really just BS it. Oh yeah, this character's... No! I can't! Maybe I should watch the old SNL clips and find a character, I don't know! But maybe that's fitting. Sandler has always been a rebel in his own right, unpredictable, emotionally raw, and yet, through his wide-ranging performances, he's managed to tap into nearly every corner of the MBTI spectrum, proving that beneath the goofball persona lies a surprisingly multifaceted artist.
I wanted to ask you something because you're a doctor, right?
Yeah.
I don't like myself sometimes.
Whether intentional or not, Adam Sandler has become a walking mood board of the human psyche. ESTJ or not, that's pretty impressive. Here's to hoping he makes some straight-laced, bookish, and brash characters in his next Netflix film. So, there you have it. 15 out of 16 MBTI types, all brought to life through the world of Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler? What are you doing here?
Waiting for them to play Gangnam Style.
If you've got another actor in mind who might have secretly embodied every MBTI type, whether it's Jim Carrey, Meryl Streep, Nicolas Cage, or someone totally out of left field, drop a comment and let me know. I'm always down to dig into another cinematic personality puzzle. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!